Did you know that most PMU courses don't teach you about how needles actually work? And this means most new artists aren't using them properly, leading to terrible results. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to use your needle properly, giving you better implantation into your client's skin with less trauma and incredible healed results without having to take another lengthy course. I teach permanent makeup artists to massively level up their results through simple explanations. Click the link below to work with me. Right, let's crack on. So this is a needle cartridge. They're a metal tattoo needle encased in plastic. You have the casing or housing, the plunger, a safety membrane that stops the pigment getting back into your machine. Then there's the tube and the needle. So how do these all work together? First of all, let's look at the tube where the pigment will be sucked up into. The shape of the end of it is also important. This part of the tube can be open, where it looks like a bit has been sliced off, or closed, where it's a small circular hole. These shapes affect how the needle can flex, and this affects what kind of technique the needle is best suited to. Open tips let the needle flex and move more, so it's better for shading where we're moving the needle back and forth. If it's closed, then it's more stable and less flexible, and it makes the needle best for lining where we want stability. So now let's look at the metal needle or grouping of needles. The needle itself will be a single needle or group of needles, and it can be shaders, liners, magnums, flats, etc. And I do discuss all of these groupings and who they're best for in depth in other videos because it's such a huge subject. But for now, let's talk about how your needle cartridge actually works. So the cartridge screws into the end of a permanent makeup machine, and the mechanism inside that machine rapidly goes in and out, pushing the plunger in and out. This then pushes the needle in and out of the skin, implanting the pigment. You see, PMU artists talk about implanting pigment, but what is actually happening in the skin, and how can understanding this improve our results? So the movement of the needle back and forth in tandem with these air holes in the side of the cartridge create suction. So when you put the tip of the cartridge in a pigment pot, it sucks the pigment up into the tube of the cartridge. Every time the needle moves inside the tube, it gets coated into the pigment we've sucked up, and then we can put it into the skin. But when we put the needle into the skin and the needle goes in and out of it, the needle isn't pushing the pigment into the skin. As the needle pulls out of the skin, it creates a vacuum, and it's that vacuum that pulls the pigment into the skin through suction. So here's 3 ways to make your healed results better. Now you understand how the needle actually works in the skin. If we want even implantation, meaning great healed results without patches, we want to get the pigment into the skin evenly. So moving your needle too fast won't allow time for the suction to happen. Slowing down your work will allow the pigment time to implant properly into the skin, and will also cause much less trauma to the skin. Another way to ensure you're getting even implantation is to make sure you're holding your machine at the correct angle. To get even suction of the pigment and even implantation into the skin, your needle needs to be at 90 degrees to the skin. So holding your machine at 90 degrees all the time will hugely improve your results. This even implantation can't happen if the needle cartridge airflow isn't working properly. So when you're wrapping your machine by the needle, and even just when you're working, make sure you don't cover the air holes at the side. These are 3 ways that might be stopping the suction of pigment into the skin, but if you're struggling with getting an even flow of pigment, that could be down to how far you've left your needle out. So how far out should it be? Well, actually, that depends on your machine, and I can solve that problem really fast for you with this video here.